Hi everyone, I'm MaryAnn. I'm a visual artist and voice coach from Singapore, currently in Singapore, and welcome to day 28 of my 100-day vlog project. So this is a daily vlog series all the way until Christmas Eve 2020 for 100 days where I share what I've learned about the creative process, about the artist journey, about what it takes to pursue your passion and pursue your dreams and manifest what really matters to you, and how to discover more meaning and a worthy purpose in your life, and all these things about walking your own path, becoming a truer version of yourself. So if you have questions relating to any of these, feel free to ask them in the comments or below these videos, or you can directly message me through any of my social media links that are in the write-ups attached to these videos. So yesterday I talked about how we are constantly bombarded by all these different ways of living, right? Like influencers who say that this is the right way to live, TV shows that maybe portray a certain lifestyle, and it's easy to get confused as to what really matters to you and what is your path and what is it that you want to choose. And it's totally alright to test things out to see which one fits better. So what that leads into today is that even if you have found something that works for you and something that you really like and something that that is aligned to you right now, it doesn't mean that it's always gonna be that way. So we're constantly changing and we're constantly evolving, and as we get older, hopefully wiser, our tastes and our preferences change over time as well. So like for example, the music that you listened to as a teenager and that your favorite bands when you were a teenager are not necessarily your favorite musicians and favorite artists right now, because your musical taste would have evolved and would have expanded over time. That is, if you're someone who is really, music is really something important to you. Yeah, and so it's the same thing, like even with traveling. Maybe when you're in your 20s, backpacking was something you really loved, but as you get older and you reach your 30s and 40s, and your body starts to like ache more and you can't carry that heavy 8 kg backpack for long, for those long stretches of time, and you start to, or you have more money now so you can afford a bit more of luxury travel. Our preferences and our tastes would change over time, and that's totally normal. So don't get too attached to what works for you right now, because yes, it's what works for you right now, but there's always room for things to change, there's always room for things to evolve, and that is a very normal part of life and a normal part of being a human being in this journey. We are constantly changing. A few days ago I shared about how every single cell in our body renews itself every 7 years. So after 7 years, it's like you are a totally different new person in your physical body, and that also has effects in your psyche and in your mental and emotional states as well. So we go through different cycles in life, and it is okay to change. It is very normal to change. Yeah, like even your friends that you have in you, and as a teenager, may not be the friends that you have now, or the kind of people you like to hang out then may not be the same kind of people now. It's normal, it's okay. But what we want to look at then is what is this deeper value that you are embodying in your life. Because whether you realize it or not, every single one of us, we live our lives kind of centered around this certain value that we are trying to express, or trying to have more of, or trying to live, or trying to embody and express in your life. I know I'm not doing a very good job explaining it, because it's not something that you do, it's not even something that you really look for. It's just who you are. It's just a very big part of who you are, and it comes across in everything that you choose to do and everything that you are aligned with. There is this value that matters to you, that truly matters to you, and it's different for everyone else. So for example, one of the values that I live my life with is love. Love to me is like everything that I do it comes from a place of love. If it's something that I don't feel passionate about, I just can't do it. Like I can try to force myself to do it, but the love wouldn't really be there. But at the same time, if I can find a way, find something that I love in that thing that I don't really want to do, then I'm able to bring it across somehow and get myself to do it. So it's a matter of perspective too, you know, and sometimes you have to like, you know, psycho yourself when it comes to things that you don't really want to do, and find where your value aligns with that. So love is a very big thing for me. Loving what I do, and even with people that I meet, I like to meet people who also love what they do, because then, you know, there is this common understanding there that they also live their life by, you know, following their passion and following what really matters to them. Another value that I live my life by is courage. Courage is something that, you know, forces me constantly to challenge my comfort zone, to push myself out of, you know, what I feel is like, oh, this is comfortable and this is good and I will just stay here. The part of me that is courage is just like, no, you gotta find what's next. You gotta get yourself out there and, you know, just go for it, whatever that thing is, no matter how scary it is. I would just push that limit and go for it. It might take me a long time to, you know, to get there, but eventually I do get there and I push that limit anyway. So love and courage, these two are, you know, two of the biggest values that I live my life by. And actually what I've noticed over time also is that the courage that I have actually comes from a place of love. That because I love myself, and I love myself enough that I want myself to grow, and therefore the courage steps in to push myself against my comfort zone and the boundaries that I have in order for me to grow. So in the same way, every single person has certain values that they really embody in their life that really matters to them. And the things that we do, they would change over time, but this value that you want to embody would always be the same. So one of the things that we can start doing also is, you know, looking at the different things that we have, the different things that we've been doing in our lives, right? And seeing if there's any common thread underneath them that could give you a clue as to what your value is in this life. An example of value could be discipline, it could be integrity, it could be having awareness, it could be wisdom, love and courage, it could be joy. It could be, you know, living a passionate life, doing what truly matters to you. Like, these are all values that, you know, we embody in some way. And certain values would stand out more than others because you might have more than one core value that you really live by. And yeah, and over the course of your life, it's unlikely that these values really change all that much, but the form of how they are expressed might, and probably would, as you go through the different stages of life and the different seasons of your life. So it is very normal to change over time, but what matters is to figure out what that core value is for you. So if you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can like my Facebook page wherever you're seeing this on. And if you have questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, or you can directly message me through any of my social media links in the write-up. And I will see you tomorrow.